Man, I'm on my break right now, my lunch break, and it's about 11:30 at night, and it's pretty crazy. Like, so I was just scrolling around on TikTok after eating and like just playing my game on here. Started scrolling and came across one of the early 2000s commercial for Toonami. Man, I know I made a video about this about 2 years ago, but it's something that's always come to mind. Not come to mind, but it's something that's like really nostalgic. That's pretty crazy, like thinking back as to how much time has passed. Because the year is 2025 right now. Thanksgiving is next Thursday. And we're about to head into the year of 2026. And just thinking to myself, man, like when I was in middle school, going into high school, and I mean, the year I went into high school was the year 2002. That's when I became a freshman. And that was the same year that Adult Swim had debuted on Cartoon Network. So, yeah, man, it's just pretty crazy, like, watching one of those bumps. I mean, I'm sure I've seen the bump, like, here and there kind of thing. I'm sure it's, like, come up on my feed. I just don't remember the specific one. But, yeah, it's just, man, like, I'm 37 years old. I remember watching that early 2000s bump, I think, when I was, like, in the 8th grade or something like that, when I was watching Toonami, like, coming home from school, or watching it, on Saturday nights. Because you guys have to understand, okay, because it is coming back to mind. I know I did make a video about this before. I just don't know where I posted it. But yeah, man, with Toonami, I was even watching it even before like the guy in the spacesuit came on. Because originally, back before him, it was Moltar from Space Coast, Coast to Coast. For I think it was like season 1 of Moltar, you know, you pull the lever down and like Dragon Ball Z would play or something like that. And I don't even know if Yu Yu Hakusho was like even on there, or Inuyasha was on there yet. But yeah, man, it's just, I mean, I remember specifically in my old parents' apartment when I was like, I think it had to been like the 6th grade or something like that, that I remember tuning in and watching Moltar pull the lever, and like the beginnings of Adult Swim, or not Adult Swim, but Toonami. And yeah, man, it's like, fuck, dude. It's crazy that, you know, like what I just said, dude, it's like, it's pretty nuts, like how much time has passed. And you know, how there was just never really like a replacement for it. So, you know, it's, I don't know, it's just kind of like upsetting, because I was thinking this, you know, just randomly, like, you know, pacing around and walking around my house, like waiting basically to get dressed and come to work. But I was like, you know, I was thinking to myself, nothing really has like come to pass exactly on like any streaming services or music or really anything that's like just captured like my attention the way that those old cartoons used to, you know, and the way that they used to make me feel. I don't feel like that anymore with like anything. And I watch, you know, I pretty much try like everything when it comes to like Netflix and HBO, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, like, you know, all that stuff, even looking up like new video games, like things like that. I try to always keep my finger on the pulse of culture. It's just, I don't know, man. Pretty much how everything was broken down is that culture kind of died in the year between 2003 to 2004. About 2004 going into 2005, like everything was pretty much officially dead, and we never recovered from it. So, like, as an American society, when it comes to things that are cool and whatnot, it just never happened. So, but, you know, we did have a resurgence in 2016 and 2000, like around probably late 2015 of, I think it was, around 2015 to 16, I had to think about it, of when the YouTube renaissance happened, you know, with Filthy Frank and iDubbbz and all them. And when the 2016 election came, And back, all the way back then, almost 10 years ago, almost a decade ago, when I was doing my political talk show that me and my friend were doing back then, that we started in 2014, and then officially stopped pretty much in like 2020. But anyways, so yeah, it was one of those things where it pretty much everything kind of came to an apex in 2016, and everything was just really entertaining again, even though most of the focus was on politics instead of it being like in the 90s where it was a focus on like everything. So, but then it trickled off, and then, nothing really came from there, because when Vaporwave blew up in 2011 and it mixed in with what was going on in 2015 and 16, everything was just kind of culminating into a head of a new, renaissance of culture. But then I remember specifically it all ended in 2017 when Joji put out that EP of In Chains or whatever, and that was pretty much the death of everything all over again. So not everything then became uncool all over again. And then ever since then, from 2017 all the way up to 2025 right now, honestly, like nothing is like, just to be completely honest, like nothing has really happened. Nothing has really come to pass. Nothing's really cool anymore again. Like, it is my, solid theory at this point. If you really think about it, like, music sucks, movies suck, culture sucks, sports suck. Like, everything is just a boiled down shell of its former self. It's like when a tarantula molts and takes off its own skin. And then the molt is what our culture is, and what's like, there's no good writers anymore. Like, there's no, when it comes to sports, like, I mean, as someone who watches NFL, I watch UFC, especially WWE. That's like the fucking worst one. Like, we're talking about that literally nothing. I mean, there's no cartoons anymore. And when there are cartoons, everything's fucking flash animation. I mean, the only thing that's like sort of okay is like Smiling Friends, I guess. But even, no offense to my wife and like other people who like really like it, but it's just really hit and miss. And I mean, even this morning, or not this morning, when I woke up in the afternoon, I ended up putting on Tim Dillon, because for like the last about year and a half, that's like been my go-to podcast. And even when he was talking about the Epstein files and things like that, it's just kind of getting boring. And because I don't know, dude, I'm kind of just tired of hearing things. It's like, where is the action behind, I get it because no one wants to go to prison. Like, I understand, but I don't know, man. It's just at the same time, it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just another one of those things where I'm just getting bored with everything again. Like, I literally had to just turn everything off, especially because I've been like on YouTube, I've been coming across videos that were recommended to me about dumbifying your phone and getting off social media and all that stuff, because it's just a fucking advertisement pit. It's basically been like that since the adpocalypse of 2017. Like, everything is just a shell, and it's just broken. It's dead. There's no blood in it. There's no life. It's just, everything is just fucking boring. Basically, algorithms of like Amazon and like fucking for streaming services, streaming platforms and all that stuff, like everything is just fucking kind of just shitty. And I was thinking to myself when I was watching that bump from Toonami, it's like, I really don't know who's to blame kind of thing. Because when you inject, I mean, BlackRock obviously is like most of the problem, but if you guys, just do some research on that with that guy, Larry Flint, I think that's his name, where this guy owns Disney and like basically every corporation that puts out mainstream like movies and cartoons and like shows and all that stuff. And they have to put like PC propaganda with LGBT shit, which is, dude, if it's made properly, it can be great. Like, the LGBT community, whatever, dude. I mean, I I honestly don't even really think about it anymore. I kind of just don't care because it's just like the whole thing is just fucking stupid. But at the end of the day, it's like a big who gives a fuck. But I mean, even that shit was fucking lame like 10 years ago. Sorry, I got something stuck in my throat. So, anyways, if you think of like great writers, like Hubert Selby Jr., who wrote Last Exit to Brooklyn, that's considered like an LGBT book. Like, because they talk about pixies and whatnot in one of the stories in the book, like one of the chapters. So, there's movies and books out there that are really good, like, you know, obviously... So, from stuff like, you know, I'm just going to give one more example, like that Keanu Reeves and River Phoenix movie, My Private Idaho. Like, there's stuff out there that's a part of that agenda that actually, if people actually care, can make things that are really good when it comes to that kind of content. But it's not even like a red versus blue thing or something like that. It's just all content and all platforms, even fucking books that are coming out. Like, I've tried to read like 30 different books that have come out this year, and all of them have been fucking terrible. Like, they're just like, I don't know what it is, but it's pretty much everybody that keeps getting platformed that, and this has just been going on for like 20 fucking years at this point, are just not talented. They just suck at what they do. They're not, it's not enthralling. It's not gripping. It's not, son of a bitch. Sorry. So, it's just not gripping. It's just, there needs to be this thing where we need to stop focusing on what's entertaining and like you need to push it to another level and really like show something that's like deep within you kind of thing that you can pull out, but something that's not going to be fucking corny, like, or something that's not going to be fucking cringy. There's just, dude, it's all like, and I've read on like comments on like Reddit and shit like that. It's like, oh, well, you need to take the time to go look for things because there's a lot of great music and movies and shows that are out. You just have to look for them. It's like, dude, I really shouldn't have to. It's like, why is it that 90% of fucking everything that's like modern just fucking suck? Like, dude, I work like 60 hours a week. When the fuck does when do any of us have any time that are over the age of 18 and working? Oh, I'm going to sit here for 3 hours and, look for a really good song. You know, like, who the fuck has time for that? I mean, unless you're living on fucking food stamps and government fucking handouts and SNAP and shit. But even, like, they probably don't even do that, and they don't even know what the fuck is good anyways. Like, I seriously, you know, the Toonami thing, I'll just end it with this. It was a great time. I remember watching that, having my, you know, sleepovers with my friend or friends that came over in like 2001, 2002. And we would sit there and watch Bobobo and you know, stuff like that on Toonami and Code Lyoko, even though I remember not liking that show and like stuff like that. Dragon Ball Z. Like, dude, it's just, I don't know, man. It's like, there's no replacements. It's just, I don't know, the whole thing of like, having unlimited streaming and then everybody is just, okay, well, we'll just pay for this advertisement, like kind of thing. It's just, I don't know, dude. It's just gotten to be really fucking bad. It's because no one is trying to actually put in 100% effort in what they're creating. It's just, everything is fucking flash animation now. Everything is just predictable fucking, it's like MK Ultra fucking programming. And it's with everything you can think of in culture. So RIP to Toonami, RIP to the original Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. And back during the times when people actually gave a fuck, like when artists actually fucking cared. So yeah, it sucks. But hey, man, dude, we got our Bible, so it is what it is.